So let's take a look and see if we can't find the best place to cut this one. As I come in here, we can see that indeed it's a completely spent boom. We've got one petal left. Coming here we have the first 3-leaf here, and then there's our first 5-leaf right here. So I'm going to go ahead and the first area that would grow would be right here on the 5-leaf. So if I cut here, the next bloom is going to be growing out right here. So that's a perfect place to cut. 1/4 of an inch, 45-degree angle. And there we are. The next bloom will be there. Again, even though some of these are sunburnt, we're going to wait until they drop their petals before we cut it. Ah, there's one that's hidden away there that's ready to go. Let's get a closer look. Find the first 5-leaf, and we're ready to go. Right there. Now we can see this particular rose is completely gone. We have a 3-leaf here and a 5-leaf here, but if I cut here, it'll grow inward into the bush. We kind of like to have it a little bit open, so I'm going to go to the second 5-leaf, which is down there. Go to my 5-leaf, hit it, bounce up, 45-degree angle, 1/4 of an inch above, and make the cut. Right there. Shrubs and floribundas, to deadhead those are another matter. They typically grow in little flowerets where you have many buds around in a general area. You can see here. Typically, the first one in the center opens up. And in this particular case, although it's not completely gone, I'll demonstrate and show how you would cut this. And you basically just take the center one out, right like this. And then it leaves the rest to bloom. You can see many of them have just the center one ready to go. Right? But again, we kind of keep these until they totally blow out and start dropping their petals for a display garden. Okay, and here's a good example of a bud that's about ready to bloom and one that is completely spent. In this particular case, you can see that it is cut right here, and we will just cut it 45-degree angle right there, about 1/4 of an inch above. But you can see this is completely spent, so we're going to want to cut it, deadhead it, and there it goes. And over here we also see one that it meets the criteria. Even though there are a few petals left, it's pretty much gone. We want again go to the first 5-leaf. If we take a close look, we've got a 3-leaf right there. The first one is a 3-leaf. Second one, we've got a 5-leaf. And in this particular case, it's growing outward, so that makes for a good point. We'll come in here about 1/4 of an inch above, 45-degree angle, and make the cut. Now this here is a floribunda. Floribundas, as we mentioned, do grow with multiple flowers on sprays, and typically the first one does have the biggest one. As you see, most of them are open. This is going to give us a good opportunity to find some that are completely open. As in this case, we see it's actually a single one here, so let's take a look and find out where we'd cut here. We can see that we've got a 3-leaf one here and a 5-leaf there. So let's go ahead and make the cut 1/4 inch above the first 5 right there. We've got one here, we've got one here. First 3, there's a single, there's the first 5 leaf right there, 1/4 inch, and make the cut. We've got another one right here. 3 leaf, 1 leaf, there's our first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's find it and make the cut. Oftentimes on floribundas, you'll find that just the center one has been spent. So in this particular case, we're just going to take the center one out. Again, we're going to leave about 1/4 inch and just cut it out, leaving room for the 2 or 3 to bloom later. Of course, I would be grabbing that bloom and putting it in my bucket. Here's one more example. We see a nice bloom that's still full, not ready to deadhead, and one that's pretty much spent here. Taking a look, we see a 3 leaf and a 5 leaf right here. If I cut here, it's going to go ahead and continue to bloom there. So let's go ahead and make that cut. Zoom in a little bit closer. Take it right there, 1/4 inch above, 45-degree angle. Again, on this rose plot and in this garden, we're going to keep the blooms until they have really gone way past their prime, because we do want to keep color in this garden. You can see many people come here to enjoy the garden, and they like to see as many blooms as possible. So that's it for your deadheading here at the San Jose Municipal Rose Garden.